Hello, welcome to Big Crone Energy. I'm Angela, and I'm back again today to do a VR. It is by Feeding the Soul 1212, and I did not write down what the tag is. I think it's something about, I don't know, something about decks, but it'll be in the title. That is the VR tag. It's just a set of unique. She said there was 15 in the original video, but I only found 14, and I watched Tammy Pies, and she only found 14 too. So she didn't have them listed, so I kind of just wrote them down as she was doing them. So I feel pretty confident that it's 14 prompts, and they don't have any specific rhyme or reason as far as like a theme other than pretty much it was explained that it's just a reason to have a tag and to show decks, and I'm all about that. So the first one is a deck you want to use but has not made it to your deck or altar space. And for me, that would be the Soul Splash. I did a whole video on this, and I will link it in the cards because I love this deck. I do, but I don't understand it. And I just feel like, I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's an age thing or just my ability to understand it. So these are the cards. And I think you follow somebody, like a character pretty much through the cards. But I'm not 100% sure. I essentially want to do a deck deep dive, so it's not come out in on my desk yet. Plus it's not, to me, very springy, so probably if I did it this seasonally, this would come out in October around spooky season. But yeah, I do really love this deck. I want to use it, I just haven't yet. So that is Soul Splash. Now the next one is show the deck number 12 on the right of your tarot storage area. So I got into my drawer and I counted 12 over, and what was 11 over and 1 down, and it was the Gentle Tarot in a Tin. And this is by Mary in the Sky, or Mari in the Sky. It's the pocket one, and I don't feel a need to get a different one. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's one of the most earthier decks I have, because if you watched my introduction, I don't do a lot of animal plant decks, but this has enough variety of things that it works for me. It's definitely my hug deck, and it's just very easy to port around in the tin, and I appreciate that. So again, this is the Gentle Tarot. It was the 12th one from the right in my tarot shelf, which is really a tarot drawer. So the next one, number 3, is a deck I'm contemplating on rehoming. And this one is, I have this bin, or this container, fancy container that I have collection ones in, ones that I don't plan on using or even putting in rotation at this time, and ones that I am not gonna, they're not really a purgatory box. It's just I'm just not ready to use or get rid of. So they're sitting there in case they get called. This one, again, in that introductory video, I explained that the first delve into tarot was mainly consumerism, and I had gotten rid of some decks after going back through 3 months ago and pulling out all my decks and stuff. And this one I almost did give away. but there's just something about it that calls to me. This was I had to have it because the YouTuber I was following had it, did a whole, I was even part of the membership. I think this was a membership live because this is kind of a naughty deck. And the book is okay. The cards are interesting. They're not too gratuitously sexual, but they can be a little spicy. One downfall of this one is I am not a big fan of renaming the suits. That's just me. And so that's that's another reason. But it's just very interesting to me. It's very LGBTQ. It's very, I mean, the coloration is interesting. It's got all body shapes, all body kinds, all body colors. So yeah, I don't know. I just haven't pulled the plug. It's very pippish too, which that's another ding on it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we better put this one away. It's a little spicy. Spicy, spicy, spicy. All right, so this is one that I am considering rehoming. If somebody were to come to my house, not that anybody would, and be like, oh, can I have this? And I'd be like, do you promise to use it? And if they said yes, I probably would give it away. So that is the Erotic Tarot. The next deck is number 4, a deck you keep out of the box. And that is my newest deck that I have gotten. And I keep it in this bag only because the box, I don't like it when the box is bigger than the cards and it has that, like if you saw in the Erotic Tarot, it has that inside part because the book is bigger. I'm not a big fan, but I am a huge fan of this, but the book is bigger. This is the Tarot of the Guiding Muse, and I am a huge fan of this deck, which is odd because I am not really into character decks or decks that follow a character, which sounds funny because I know the other one I mentioned, the Soul Splash, I think does, but this one directly does. The main character is Emmy, but it's so whimsical. I saw the walkthrough. If you want a full walkthrough, the Green Eyed Tarot channel did it, and that's where I fell in love with this, just the way she talked about it, and the images. I do like the images, and it's pretty reasonable price, and it was quick shipping. So this is the Tarot of the Guiding Muse. And then the next one is number 5, a deck with less or more of the 78 cards. A deck with more, preferably more, she said, but if you don't have more, one with less. And that one for me, let's see, where did I stick it over here, is the Terra Volatile. It has a whole actual suit, the vessels. This is one I haven't got into either. Oops, I think it's upside down. So these are my extras that I don't have in there. That's what that is. Okay, where do I get to my deck? I don't know. Anyway, oh, I see what I've done here. The deck starts here. Okay. So these are all the extra cards I got. You can pick and choose. So on top of that, you get extra cards to pick and choose. So this is Terra Volatile. I have the book to go with it. And I also have, I first got the larger one, the darkened, huge box. And, or maybe this is where it starts. I don't know. I'm so confused. Yeah, okay, so this is so you get actually even more extra ones. But anyway, so it's kind of where I went through. And then let's get to the So then there's the cups. And then the pentacles. And then the usual swords. And then you get into the wands. So the usual wands. And what do I do with the vessels? I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I hope you came here for comedy. The vessels, this must have been the vessels here. So these are the vessels. Maybe I had the vessel suit out. Maybe that's what I did, thinking I wouldn't use the vessel suit. So yeah. Anyway, whew, what a mess. I hope you don't come here for perfection, because you not getting it. Okay, so that is Tarot Volatile, and that was a deck with more or less than 78 cards for tarot. The next one is a deck with clouds on the box. And so this is the Nicoletta Giaccoli Tarot. This is also in the box with the Erotic Tarot, just because, and well, for the same reason. I saw that same YouTuber do a video on it, and I just thought I had to have it. But I do like quirky things, kind of like, this is like ethereal and creepy, and it's, you know, I like original art, like artwork kind of things, at curated decks. So like, look, oh, look at that. So I keep this one, thinking one day I might be called. I actually have the oracle too. So this is the Nicoletta Giaccoli Tarot. And that was number 6. Number 7 is a deck you've never shown on the channel before. And this one, I haven't showed it because I acquired it. I saw the artwork on another YouTube channel recently, and it's the Abysmal Tarot, and I just love the concept. So this is, I got 960 out of 1,000 of whichever printing this is. Surely not the first printing, because it says this premiere printing of the Abysmal Tarot deck is limited to a signed edition of 1,000 copies. So this one to me is on the pricier side for indie, and just the presentation of it, I do like. It gives kind of like alternative meanings to it. Now it does have quite a bit of nudity. Let's see if I can censor that out. But this cardstock, for the price that I paid, and I'm not trying to be petty, and I'm not trying to diss anybody, but and the person's worth the art. I mean, you price it for what you think it's worth, and I totally agree. But and so this is on me. I should have done some research and seen if people talked about the cardstock, because I am just a bit of a cardstock snob. So some of these I can't show. But I do like nudity in my decks, and this has plenty of it. Sharing some of the lesser. All these, and I like the concept of it. All of them were photographs that the original artist, Shelley Corbett, has taken underwater. So I like the concept of that. They are gritty. They are ethereal. So artwork-wise, it's definitely worth it. And symbology-wise, it's worth it. It's the cardstock. And because of the price and the cardstock, I just can't, this will be, you know, something like this for a question like this is the only time I would show it. Just because well, I mean, I shouldn't beat a dead horse. So anyway, That's the Abysmal Tarot by Shelley Corbett. If you are interested in it, it can be found on Etsy. Okay, and then making a little pile around me, I have a deck with another animal from, other than a lion, on the Strength card. And that one is, what is that one? That one is Gothic Tarot. That came in this pouch, and this is by Amethyst Ascension. So here is the Strength card, and I do love that card. I do love the big bad werewolf. I'll show you some more. I'll leave this one out and show you some more. I also have a walkthrough of this with pairings. I will put that in the cards up above. This is a great deck. Oh, this is good cardstock. And it wasn't even nearly as close, though if you take into shipping, because make playing cards, you got to make it worth your while to get. But yeah, so that's the Gothic Tale. Highly, highly recommend. I thought this would be a hard prompt, but I thought of this one right away. I was like, oh, hell yeah, you know it does not have a line. And the next one is, let's see here, number 9, a deck that comes in a box in a box. And I think everyone, the 2 videos I've seen so far, has had Kim Cran's decks in them. So this is the archetype, the big guidebook, and it's circular. So it comes in a box in a box. And these are what they look like. This is a great oracle. It does talk and share quite a bit when you use it. It's got a huge amount of cards, so it's well worth the price. It's a mass market. And so that is that. I'm interested to watch this tag only for this, well, not only this prompt, but this is one of the main prompts where I'm like, is anybody going to come up with anything other than a Kim Cran's deck? It'd be interesting. And then the next one is, let's see here. That was number 10, a deck that would not appear in your top 10, in a top 10 tag. And that one is the nameless one. I purchased it, comes in this velour bag. I do love this thing. I love the concept. It's another honker. Pull out a few cards here. It's sigils, and then based on color associations. Definitely another kind of a study deck. It doesn't have the titles on it. Let's see here. And it has an oracle on the back. And the making of this on Kickstarter has a very interesting story because she let the Kickstarter folks pick some of the sigils for the oracle. So this is the nameless one. And it's by Zia Hunt. Sorry if I'm not saying who some of these are by. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not trying to go too fast, but sometimes you don't want these tags to go on forever either. So the next deck is something you associate with the color green, and that is Easy Peasy Toth. This is the mass market. I think this is the pocket one. And see, right out the gate, this is an order because this is my study one to go with my Mario one. And I'll link that. Got to promote yourself, right? I'll link that one in the up above cards if you want to see that one. it's a beautiful take on the Thoth, and it's more diverse. It's kind of a collage kind of thing. To me, lots of greens. Well, it's got a lot of other colors too, but when I think of green, I think of this. So, and so number 12 is something I can't answer because I don't have any of them, which is a second loved or pre-owned deck that I purchased. And it's not that I'm against it. I look for them, but I just haven't found anything that was really out of print that I want. So I don't know what that says about me, but that is what it is. So number 13, a deck with water on the box, and that's the Mother Tarot. This is a surprise hit for me. I featured this in a haul, or maybe another video. I can't remember. Again, this one has nudity, so if you don't like nudity, but they're cartoon character nudity, so that's okay, right? I like the theme of this one. It's about becoming a mother. Kind of, I got this just as an add-on for free shipping because I wanted the Dark Days, but I actually love this a million times better than Dark Days. The author, Rin Jane Brignick, made this during COVID, is I believe what she said, and she was trying to decide, her and her partner were trying to decide to have a child or not, and kind of her emotions of that, and dealing with mental illness that she was undiagnosed, that she found out she ended up having. So it's totally me. Hairy legs, hairy armpits, all the good stuff. Just living my best life. Ooh, the Lovers is very, very, maybe I haven't worked with this one yet either. I'm delving into some other shadowy stuff before I deal with mom guilt. So, but it's there for when I need it. And so, number 14, the last one, is a deck with the most favorite card ever and why. So that is this Devil card, and it's the Brit's Third Eye Tarot. This is on Make Playing Cards, and this, I just saw this deck years ago, and this card, and there's several cards in here that just really move me and are done well. But I mean, the Devil, a mirror looking at yourself. There you go. Why? It's just so, it's deep without being deep. I don't know. So I'll show you some of the other cards in this deck in case you're wondering. You would think it wasn't really my aesthetic, but I just adore this. So yeah, this is Brit's Third Eye Tarot. Love that fool. See if I can find another one I like while I'm here. Death is another card that I like to look at. I do like this Nine of Swords. Like I said, I don't think there's anyone in here. Look at that Emperor. I don't think there's anything in here. Wheel of Fortune. I do like that one. I don't think there's any in here that I don't like. The Lovers is meh. The World is kind of cute. Love this Tower. Love this Queen of Wands. This Four of Cups. Yeah, Strength's okay. Three, they're okay. Not a fan of the Pregnant Empress. Do like this Chariot. Judgment's okay. Hangman's pretty cool. And the Moon. So yeah, So that is that deck. Please tag the original Feeding, I believe it's Feeding My Soul 1212. I'll have the links below. I'll have the VR at in the title and in the description. And I hope to see you in the next one. Blessings.